program, Dr. Hahn completed majors in medical science and psychology, was inducted into Phi Beta Kappa, and graduated magna cum laude in May of 2010. A contributing member of our community, she served as the Chinese outreach coordinator of the Hepatitis B initiative as an associate vice president of the Boston University Keep a Child Alive. During her undergraduate years, she explored her interest in combining research in clinical medicine in the pulmonary laboratory at Tufts Medical Center, where she studied the effect of serotonin transport inhibitors. She continued her research endeavors at Tufts Medical Center as a medical student, studying the role of serotonin in pulmonary hypertension by its stimulation of growth and migration of pulmonary vascular smooth muscle cells. She graduated from Boston University School of Medicine in May of 2013 and is currently completing her second year of the residency program in internal medicine at Tufts Medical Center. A very talented investigator, Dr. Hahn is continuing her studies in the field of hypertension and has already presented her research at the International American Thoracic Society Conference and the Society of General Internal Medicine's New England Regional Conference. This past year, when I realized that Dr. Hahn had stayed in Boston for her residency, I quickly thought of her as a potential speaker for this graduation, and I was thrilled when she accepted my invitation. Dr. Hahn was one of my go-to undergraduates when I invited students to serve on panels, and she always had great things to say. I am sure today will be no exception. It is an honor and privilege to present to you Dr. Stephanie Hahn.
Good afternoon, Boston University SMED undergraduate class of 2015. It is my honor and privilege to stand before you on this memorable day in celebration of the immense accomplishments you have achieved. The first thing I'd like to say is thank you to our beloved friends and family, proud parents, faculty and mentors, Dr. Glenn Zemansky, and above all, BU SMED graduates. I'll be honest, when Dr. Zemansky first invited me to speak at today's ceremony, I experienced a rush of evolving emotions. At first, I was completely taken aback. And naturally, I said, wait, me? Seriously? Hasn't it always been tradition to invite an older and wiser authority who looks much more with the times of this regalia, who over the course of his long life accomplished far more in the way of a career, to give his heartfelt advice to a group of shining, energetic, wide-eyed young people like yourselves with all their best years ahead of them? And then it sank in that this was an opportunity of a lifetime to talk to this graduating class. Not even their moms or dads have an opportunity to get a hold of them when they're deep into their studying and classes in medical school. But in all seriousness, I was hoping, maybe, just maybe I could shed some light from the trenches of residency. So I started racking my mind and heart for what I ought to say to you today. And as I did this, I realized this task was more daunting than I had anticipated. What was I going to say to this prestigious group of Doogie Howser MDs to be? This was harder than studying for the step exams. So I asked myself, if I were a rising second-year medical student in an accelerated program and were going back to my undergraduate campus to join my class at graduation, because I SMED my way through the undergrad within 3 years instead of the traditional 4, what is it that I would like to hear from the graduation speaker? And then the most vivid sense of deja vu hit me. Except it wasn't really deja vu. It was just 5 years ago. 5 years ago, I sat in your seat. And I wanted to hear 3 things. 1, how long is this going to be? So I can look at my watch and start counting down to the real Kodak moment, the diploma. And by Kodak, I really mean Instagram. 2, who is this person standing at the podium, and how could she possibly relate to me? And 3, can she give me a glimpse of my years to come? So, first order of business, everyone take out their smartphones and watches, channel Dr. Nan Harvey in the ICM EOFYA, that's end of first year assessment, and set your timer to 15 minutes from now. That'll be the cue for moms and dads, and siblings and friends to prep the cameras. Second, I, the person standing at the podium, am a BU SMED graduate, and I am ecstatic that you will be joining me today. I am also a resident physician, a provider. I am a mentor for those in training and will always be a lifelong student. I am educated in the medical sciences, a confidant to all my patients, and I am a healer. These are all roles I value, and these are, or will be, roles you all assume. After much thought, I've decided that I will not focus my talk on what it means to be a doctor. You will hear all about it soon enough at your medical school commencement. But rather, I'd like to talk about what it means to not only become a physician, but become one having been a SMED. Alexander Graham Bell once said, "Before anything else, preparation is the key to success." I'm sure this statement resonates with you all as you have worked hard this last semester to prepare for the successes of surviving your first year medical school finals last week. Congratulations. In fact, you have worked hard all your life to prepare for many successes, including your acceptance into the Boston University 7-year accelerated medical liberal arts program and your early acceptance into medical school. I would like to take a moment and pay tribute to all the people in your life who have helped you and supported you along the way to prepare for the successes of becoming a BU SMED. We, as SMEDs, are the luckiest children and siblings. None of us would be here without the support of our parents and family. So thank you, Mom and Dad, sisters and brothers, for seeing us through to this day. What we may not realize is that the BU SMED program itself has prepared us well for our many successes to come.